Which stat tracker is the one I recommend? SPB tracker is the only one that realistically tracks stats. Just use SPB tracker for stat tracking. I like Untapped for the overlay. I much prefer the overlay of Untapped. Just looks cleaner. And the Twitch overlay is obviously pretty big as a streamer. Okay, so here are the patch notes that went live in the beta earlier today. Wonder Waddle. They're finally adjusting Wonder Waddle. We need just 2 copies to upgrade level 2 animals. So they put him a bit in the gutter. You can still get Puzzle Rune, you can still do Blind Mice things, you can still do Polywoggle things, but all the major high rolls, other than Puzzle Rune, don't exist anymore. I guess Mice into Fool's Gold should probably count as a major high roll. Yeah. This takes away, like, 2/3, 3/4 of Waddle's high rolls. You're no longer tempoing through 3 with, like, donkeys and stags upgraded, which is honestly a bigger part of what makes Waddle good than most people give credit. It's not even necessarily the treasures, it's just how good upgraded stag, pig, and donkey are. Like, they're probably 3 of the best units to upgrade at level 3. And Waddle's the best at upgrading them. And they have good synergy, like Stag keeps Pig alive, Stag makes Donkey summon more things. Yeah. Pretty sad. I mean, I guess it's fine that Waddle gets a lot worse, but that's a big nerf. Fairy Godmother. Good Fairy Mage. The mage tag isn't relevant until Godmother stops being relevant. There's nothing on level 4 that cares about the mage tag, right? It's just Aeon on 5 and then 9th book on 6. What's the point of this? Just for flavor? Like, on one hand, it's a big deal to get Godmother attack. A lot of the time, there's a conflict that you have when playing Godmother boards where you want your backline to be high attack because you want to, like, square those stats. Or you want to apply that attack on the backline more, and stuff on the backline gets the most Godmother buffs. But you also want to play Godmother on the back, and Godmother has 4 attack. But it's just by the time you get an Aeon for this, Godmother starts falling off. Fanny, level 4 dwarf. 6 dwarf support 3. I didn't see this my first look through. What is going on with Fanny and Bossy? Aren't most mage things not good anyway? No? What? Aeon's pretty good. It's just there's only 2 things that care about mages, right? The only mage matters things are Aeon and 9th book. Oh, the good tag? Yeah, I mean, you get Court Wizard. I don't know, there's a lot of mages. And you can always beauties influence things. It's not like the other way around, where you can't turn good things evil. You can turn evil things good somewhat easily. I mean... 6/6 gives 3/3. You upgrade it to 12/12, gives 6/6. It's fine. Dwarves just what they needed. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. The buff's greedy, I guess. There's probably going to be times you have like a crafty lying around, you see a shop that's Fanny greedy, and you pick up Fanny greedy, and then you're sort of open to Tweedle on 5. Into Lordy on 6. It makes the mid-game Dwarf pivot a bit better. It's just... I don't know. It's no Sporko. It's no Lady of the Lake. Amy, level 6 Dwarf. Oh. 10-10 ranged, double bonuses to attack and health. Oh. Really? I'm a bit surprised. I thought they were trying to avoid ranged units that scale their health easily. Huh. Because, like, that's a big thing that makes Princess P good, too. Is it just, like, puts health on your ranged units. Just play that unit on its own. Maybe sometimes? I don't know how you're buffing it outside of dwarves. There might be good ways. This is only relevant in Dwarf, though? Yeah, and Shadow Assassin is only relevant in Slay. I'm sure there are other examples, too. Shadow Assassin is just the first one that comes to mind. Mages can buff it. Yeah, but mages have better things to buff. Like, would you rather buff a big ranged unit or something that double dips stats onto your other ranged units? Or like a Good Boy or an Ashwood Elm? Something to do on 6 other than Doom Roll for Lordy? Is this something to do other than Doom Roll for Lordy? Isn't this unit bad until you get Lordy? Doesn't this just make you more reliant on Lordy? Like, are you willing to spend 6 gold on this when you're on level 6 and you're trying to find a Lordy for the rest of your board? Yeah, it's level 6, exactly. So, like, it's direct comparison to stuff like Princess P and Good Boy when we're talking about Hat Ball. Ashwood Elm. If it came earlier, I'd agree. It'd be pretty interesting for Hat Ball stuff. Depends on the board. Yeah, of course. Of course. But, like, most of the time, you're looking for Lordies. It's you have, like, some Tweedles in play, a Sporko supporting the Tweedles, and then, is this going where? Just doesn't seem like you're in the spot much where your supports are overloaded as Dwarves going into 6 to where you want to buy an Amy before a Lordy. You're usually trying to get your supports out because they're the worst units on your board, but you need a Lordy to do that. I don't know. Obviously great once you get Lordy. You also want Sporko, want your supports. What? Yeah, I mean, you also have to frontline this until you find Lordy, is another thing. Which makes it being ranged a lot less relevant. Rumplestiltskin. You start with a Spinning Gold, which they've clarified is a spell that says double your gold. Apparently Spinning Gold is something different now. I guess you're usually casting this on 4.0, and you're just the worst Zelhua ever. Is he 40 life? Can work with Piggy. How are you getting strong enough to take Piggy Bank with no hero power? Scuffed Holy Grail, please. That seems really bad to me. The gold could make up for taking XP spells early, but you don't have a hero power to afford to take the XP spells early. Like, you're probably losing the fights that you're taking the XP. What does it do? You get a spell that says double your current gold. So, like, on 4.0, you get to play the spell, and you have 18 gold on 4.0. But just, like, compare that to Zelhua, who I guess starts out a little bit slower, but I don't know. Like, Zelhua's not even that good this patch at 40 life. You have 18 gold and 8 life. I mean, probably not that low, but you're probably around, like, 25. Play it early, get some value like Horseman. But the thing is, Horseman gives you early tempo. Oh, you mean like just play it on turn 3, get 4 gold out of it, and you get 2 extra units? But that's like worse than Horseman. I guess the floor is you're a little bit worse than Horseman. And the ceiling is... you save it till 4.0 and triple a Sporko. Triple a Feasting Dragon. Yeah, I don't know. You can play it on 2/1, so the gold is less awkward. Okay, yeah, it gets you 2 more units that turn as well. So you get 2 units instead of 3, but you get them slightly earlier. So you're a horseman that gives you your tempo faster, but you get less to sell later. And you're buying the trash from the shop, because you don't get any selection on turn 2 if you're doing that. There's only 3 units in the shop. Kidnap is generally going to give you higher quality units, because players are buying higher quality units. Anyway, this is... you start with a 1/1 Puff Puff. I feel like this is an idea that has been thrown around for months. Interesting to see them finally test it. I think this is probably fine. On level 3, you have an extra 3/3, 4/4. So it's like around what we expect a Frog Prince to be. And it is extra, but like that's your whole hero power. And I don't think it makes much of a difference as far as the long game Puff Puff scaling. Like, it's going to make Puff Puffs better tempo buys on 4, but you're still going to want to pivot into something real later on. But starting with an extra scaling unit is nothing to scoff at. Yeah, I mean, probably just a good generic hero in general. Even if you're not doing crazy Puff Puff things. Dragon Godmother. Okay, they're really running out of names. Each round, give a random character of each level +1/+1 permanently. So it is the Arc. It's also like a Charon that kind of scales, but you don't get to choose what it goes on. You kind of get to choose what it goes on later on. Huh. Each round. Is it the start of combat, or the start of your shop phase? Like, do you get the buff for fight 1? Yeah, this seems like a much better version of the bad scaling heroes. I'm gonna guess no. I mean, has anyone played the beta? Does anybody actually know? I don't know exactly what each round means. TLK on 3.0. That's sort of true. This is a pretty crazy polywoggle hero too. It started the shop phase. Okay. So you don't get a buff fight 1. So you're not just a mile better than Charon. I think Eyebrow says at the start of combat, but I wouldn't trust wording to necessarily be consistent. Zippy the Zombie. You get an evil twin every 15 enemies you kill. What? Create a plain copy of a good character, but it's evil. How long does it take to kill 15 enemies? So fight 1, you kill like 1 thing, hopefully. Fight 2, you're probably killing like 1 thing on average again. You're probably getting your first evil twin, what, like 3.2, 3.1? Yeah, it'll count summons. If you fight a pumpkin board in the late game, you just get an evil twin every single turn. You weren't killing with no hero power? I mean, you are, Things die in combats. It's just how quick do you get the evil twin? Like, let's say you kill 4 things on 3.0, 5 things on 3.2 while losing the combat. That's 9. Kind of depends how many black cats you run into on level 2. Killing different than slaying. I would hope so. Late game, you get to more easily triple sixes. Yeah. 5-ish before 3.0. Yeah, so maybe like 3.2 you get your first evil twin. It's not a random unit. You just get an evil twin, which makes tripling things much easier. Way better than a random unit. No, 4.1-ish is definitely late. I think 4.0 is the latest. Unless you're getting crushed. Pumpkin Hero. Yeah, it's sort of like a weird mix between Beauty and Wonder Waddle. Instead of upgrading 2s with Wonder Waddle, you're going to be upgrading your 3s early on. And then you're going to turn all of your upgraded good things into evils to benefit, like, Queen of Hearts and Ancient Sark. And you have an easier time getting Ancient Sark because you're going to see more 3 upgrades, slightly. What good 3 do you want? Stag? Upgraded Donkey? I don't have a list in front of me right now. I believe you want to be fighting token boards, yeah. I'm sure there are others. Yeah, Good Witch is okay. You can, like, shard something, too. And then evil twin it, if you see a shard. You could save the evil twin for 4, and then try to spike an upgraded scaling level 4 unit. Do I mean influence? I thought that's what I said. If not, my bad. I said shard. Oh, yeah, I did mean influence. Broken Mirror, a level 2 treasure. Buff the first character in your shop to match the highest attack and health in your shop. Level 2 treasure. Wait, what? So it's Mad Hat again? But at level 2? Isn't this, like, really fucked up? Match highest attack and health. So the first unit is always big. Broken Mirror works best with Piper. Oh god. This can't make it to live, right? Oh no. If it lands on doubly, does double effect kick in? Yes. They've confirmed it doesn't work with SF. So I imagine all the static scalers don't work. So you're not getting, like, crazy Storm King value either. More busted Mad Hatter. It just feels like a mistake that had already been made on, like, a level 4 treasure. But now it's on a level 2 treasure for some reason. And I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm overestimating how many stats you get off this. Highest base attack on 4. Lightning Dragon? I don't know if Gingerbread Knight would work if you're lower. Puff Puff? Does it work with Puff Puff, guys? Or is that a static too? Yeah, any shop with an egg? I mean, there is like a 1 in 4 or 5 chance that the biggest unit is in slot 1 and this does nothing. I'm just like, imagining taking this and then getting a 10 attack Soul Talk on 4.0, or like a 20 health Lightning Dragon, and then later on buying a good boy that has 10 attack. Yeah, or a 10-20 Sporko. Like, it just seems, well, broken. You still take Skip's Rune over this. It depends. Do you need tempo? If you have no other pairs and you need tempo, you can't take Skip's Rune. Like, there are plenty of times you don't take Skip's Rune. Another high roll level 2 treasure. But that's the thing, like, do you even have to high roll that much? If you get one turn where this is good, you get one good buy off Broken Mirror. That's better than, like, every level 2 treasure. Other than Puzzle Rune. And maybe Runestones. Like, compare this to Fairy Tail, which is the second or third best level 2 treasure? Does it work with Tiger? Probably not. It says to match. Yeah, I don't think this will make it to live, but we will see. Cloak of Shadows. First impression. Let's not have another Cloak at level 3. Unless we're removing Cloak of the Assassin, which is totally reasonable. Each round, this transforms into one of your next opponent's treasures and keeps this ability. That's cute. I can't imagine it's very good, but it's cute. I guess it's a treasure map a non-zero amount of the time. Another hit it treasure map. Perfect. Dreamcatcher, level 4 treasure. Your supports affect all your back row characters, so Sporko boosts itself. Seems like a big deal. It's like another Telltale Quiver, Ring of Thunder, Sword of Fire and Ice type treasure. Level 3 pool becoming more diluted. I mean, maybe they're removing Cloak of the Assassin. Copycat Princess P. Wait. I guess that works. Interesting. Let's buff the level 4 supports some more. I mean, sorta. I don't know how big of a deal it is. There are already treasures that do very similar things at lower levels. Like, how much better is this than Telltale Quiver? It's probably better when you have multiple supports. Like, if you've got Sporko and Lady, your back row is getting 5/5. But at the same time, if the Sporko dies, then the Lady of the Lake loses stats. Whereas Quiver, you just always have the 3/3. Yeah, like, it's probably worse than Ring of Rage. Ring of Rage is also boosting your front line by more. Yeah, okay. I guess let's hop into some more games. I think the only egregious thing